Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Next up, we have yet another novelty deck. Why are we doing a bunch of novelty decks today? Because, like I said, I went to the store yesterday to pick up some not cards, but I went to the store to find some toys, and maybe I put it off too long. I didn't look as many places as I should have. I didn't want to do another pop toy, but I did find some novelty playing cards that I figured we could throw in here. So that's what we got. Now this particular playing card, let's see here. This is Star Wars from the Mandalorian. The Mando. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, Disney Plus airing, fantastic show. Um, yeah, I mean that's all there really is to say about it. Comes right off of there into the pocket. So it does look like there's two different languages on here. So let's see here. Secure the asset far from the clutches of the Imperial Remnant with this deck of the Child playing cards featuring images of the unknown species from the Mandalorian live-action show. Mites lesbiennes in Zurete 8 hors de ante des vistis de l'Empire avec siege des cartes de l'infant comprenant des images de l'espèce incarnée de la série La Mandalorian. If you know, pretty sure that's maybe French. I want to say that's French, but I'll just put it this way. I took 4 years of French. I can't speak French. I took 2 years of Spanish. I can understand a little bit of it. So try to figure that out. Playing cards. Jeu de cartes. Yeah, I have an American accent. It does say Aquarius on the side, so that's kind of cool. Star Wars, The Mandalorian from Lucasfilms. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see what it says on the bottom here. Manufactured and distributed under license by manufacturer. How do you read this thing? Aquarius Entertainment Merchandising from California. Printed in China. Well, let's let's take a look. So we'll open it up here. This is what the front looks like. The Child. Okay, so the tuck box is a little stiff, but it does look like there is some room in there. So let's see how it comes out. It comes out nice and easy. Okay, it doesn't come out nice and easy. That's okay. Okay, so there's that. See, the backs are just standard backs, right? Not standard. They're just that picture from the front. So there's nothing. Yeah, this is just an advertising deck. There is nothing about this deck that is special in that regard. So let's take a look at the front. We've got some pictures. He's eating a little frog. So cute. Oh, I also noticed that they start with the diamond. So that's going to be interesting to see where they go from there. So it looks like there's just screenshots from the show. There we go. And we got a Joker. Or not Joker, Jack, sorry, Queen. Still with the images. And, okay, so it's basically just him. He might have somebody else in the background. So really, when they say it's all about the child... Oh, there's Sarah Dune. Let's go here. Oh, wait a second. Did they really just do that? They really, I think they just did. They basically just took one, which was a picture including her, and then they just zoomed in on the child. He's so happy. Still think this one's awesome, where he's eating a frog. Wait, what were we looking at? Okay, that was the spade. Then we're into the heart. I'm going to go a little bit faster. What's this one? If it looks like it's a little bit different, I'll take a look at it. But again, I'm looking from the camera point of view. It's got Mando with him there. Oh, that one looks cute. Cute. My arms are getting so exhausted. Why? Oh, that's the mechanic. If you haven't watched the show and I'm giving stuff away, then I apologize. Okay, and these are the Jokers. Let's see. There's that. And then there's that. For the Jokers. So let me just say, based on my opinion, is whoever made this deck, not so good. Not so good. You need to put some thought into what you're doing here. This is you could have done a spreadsheet and just sold a poster with all these pictures on it. Like, if you're gonna do playing cards, make it usable for everybody. Come on. I can't. And then, that's rough. And, you know, I mean, it might be cheap to do it, but let me just cue you in on something, right? You could go to different websites with some good card stock, and you could spend $1 if you're gonna, like, how many cards do you think they printed off? It's just out of curiosity. I don't know, but if they printed off cards that I got them and they're printed in China or California or wherever, and I got them here in New York, then there's probably a lot of cards out there, a lot of them. You know, even if you consider 100,000, a million, definitely more than 15,000. 15,000 cards you can get for $1. So if you go on to Kickstarter and you have your decks, you could print off somewhere around 15,000 decks for $1. So I seen people on Kickstarter getting $100,000 for a deck. So yes, you could fund bicycle brand or, you know, high-end cards, not high-end, like, you get what I'm saying. Like, you could fund some fairly decent card stocks for about $1 the more you spend. So are they trying to make money on these things? Because I think I spent $6 on them, which was the same as a bicycle. So why would you not? I would pay more money for a better deck. And so just in terms of, like, if you're a Star Wars fan, then sure. I mean, you can spread them a little bit, but they do feel like they have a little bit of a plasticness to them. Plastic. They're so hard to spring, though. But I think a lot of it, too, like, you've got ink, so much ink on both sides of this thing. Such a thick card, too. Maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe it's a thicker stock. I mean, maybe it is a good stock. I mean, I would say it's probably more plastic than the standard stock. But it does seem to have, I mean, it is a slippery surface, too, so that makes it pretty easy to slide stuff off from. But as far as the design, as far as the usability of the cards, I mean, you just can't do anything with them. They don't feel horrible, though, as far as quality. I say that, but, like, I mean, why not just go, you know, bicycle or something? But let's get back to the design on these things. So first off, on the back, it doesn't have to be symmetrical. I'm not saying that it has to be symmetrical, but this is a picture, okay? If you're going to have a non-symmetrical design, I gotta find one that's open. This one's open. Okay. So if you're going to have a non-symmetrical design, then why not, you know, then you could do something like this, okay? Because you've got a nice design in the background. It's a llama. These cards still feel amazing. Just in general. Like, if this didn't have the llama on it, I would probably use these all the time. These feel almost like a, you know, like a nicer deck of cards. But obviously it's I would almost like to see this design on a nicer deck of cards, just to say that. But there's such thin stock that it just feels so nice. nice little pressure fan. But you can tell that there's a little bit less there. But in terms of that design, that's what we're talking about. If you're going to do a non-symmetrical design, either hide it in the fact that it's just something else going on in the picture, or make it very subtle, or have a nice design. And then and the purpose of the No Drama Llama is it speaks for itself. So it almost kind of looks good. This is just a picture slapped onto cards. No deal. No deal. And then I like, it's a novelty deck, so I get it. And I know I'm just rambling here about, it's a novelty deck, so why put so much effort into it? But if you're gonna charge somebody money, like, this was $1. Okay, this one was $13. This one was supposed to be $15, but it was on sale for $5. So you talk about the stiffness of the card, so it's got a heavy stock on it. And then you talk about the design on them, though. All these pictures on here are just, and some of the pictures are just zoomed in versions of other pictures. Like, he's got the little froggy there. He's got a different froggy here. And it's just of the child. The one that really gets me is this one, 8 of Hearts and 9 of Hearts. They're the same picture, just one zoomed into the other. So the question is, like, how many of the other ones are like that too? I didn't notice any repeats, but I'm sure if I look close enough, probably is. Here's they even have a picture of the back. The back design is even on one of the pictures, the Jack of Hearts. So I don't know. And is this just a close up? No, that's different. Yeah, I guess that's just part of my issue, is that if you're gonna make playing cards, I'm trying the best I can to make sure that my design is usable and makes sense. And I think everybody should do the same, but obviously when you have these businesses that just want to mass market to make money, then you run into that issue. So yeah, I don't know. I think that this deck probably, it's definitely, to be honest, it is a step up. And now I'm stumbling. This one is not a usable deck. This one at least is partly usable, but I think it's plastic. So that does add a little bit of a different aspect to that. But there you have it. So this was the Star Wars, the Mandalorian, the Child playing cards. So if you like the Mandalorian and you like cards, but you don't want to actually use them, go ahead and pick those up. So yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. Hey, no drama, llamas. We'll see you next time.